Okay. National salute! Free the out!
Gentlemen and gentlemen, ready for your inspection, Your Excellency.
It's coming, it's coming. Let's go.
With your permission, carry on with the parade, Your Excellency.
Got it? Oh, yeah. Go quick, go quick.
The glory of God Almighty, and commission is project
They should go on off, so we'll go to live coverage.
Yes, only one camera. Only one camera is permitted inside here. That's why.
What do they say?
Central, the Right Honorable Speaker of the Niger State House of Assembly, Abdul Malik Sarkindaji, my Lord, the Chief Judge of Niger State, Justice Halima Ibrahim Abdul Malik, the Honorable Grand Qadi Abubakar Muhammad Kigera, former governors, deputy governors, former ministers, members of the Niger State House of Assembly, members of the Niger State Executive Council, Secretary to the State Government, Head of Service, Chief of Staff, Special Advisors, Permanent Secretaries, Local Government Chairman, His Royal Highness Etunupe Alhaji Dr. Yahya Abubakar CFR, the Chairman of the Niger State Council of Traditional Rulers, all Royal Fathers here present, members of the State Security Council, the Niger State Chairman of the APC and members of the State Working Committee, development partners, captains of industry, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. This is the official flag-off of the Agric Mechanization Revolution for Food Security and Commissioning of the new airport terminal, and this is taking place here in Minna, the capital of Niger State. My name is Cyril Stover, and I and my colleague Shaka Adaba will be taking you through today's programs. At this point, let me hand over to Shaka.
Thank you, Cyril. Your Excellencies, let me in 60 seconds from the ignorant bird's eye view tell you how and why we are here, or what we are seeing here this morning. Your Excellency, Mr. President, sir, the 2023 Climate Change Conference of Parties, popularly referred to as COP28, was held in Dubai from 30th of November to 12th of December 2023. Sir, Nigeria's delegates were led by your humble self, Your Excellency. And let's fast forward. The conference ended, and while every participant was coming back to Nigeria with resolutions and work out how to implement these resolutions, on his part, former Governor Mohammed Umar Bago did not only come back to Niger State with COP28 resolutions, but also came back with signed, sealed, and delivered technical partnerships, access to funding and co-investment opportunities for his state. I believe it deserves a very big round of applause. He succeeded in signing high-yielding MOUs with PGS Group, Cairo Rice Mills, and others, killing several birds with one stone. Your Excellency, sir, few months ago, the former governor left the shores of this country for a senior executive study program of the Harvard Business School in Boston, USA. On his very first day in Boston, while others were going around appreciating Boston, the university and the environment, His Excellency, the former governor, was already signing partnerships agreements with Bolton Consulting Group to help Niger State secure agri-developmental financing. He secured partnership with John Deere for the supply of agri-equipment, and also secured partnership with Bayer, our pharmaceutical and biotechnology giants, and others. And at the end of the program, while others were coming back home with certificates of performance on high grades, His Excellency the former governor did not only come back with a certificate of high performance, but also with signed, sealed, and delivered agreements, investors, and investments. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you agree that this is what true, honest, and committed leadership is all about. Putting not yourself, but the people, the state, the country first. However, the question the citizens have been asking is, how was he able to combine his studies with his sourcing for industrial, agricultural development partnerships and agreement drive? Well, he's here this morning, and I'm sure He'll be able to answer that question from his citizens. On a more serious note, sir, Your Excellencies, distinguished, why we are here and what we are seeing here today is not only a testimony, but to also present to our father, our great father and leader, and receiving blessings for the returns on some of the investments of the governor's hard work, time, and sacrifice. Our commitment to our dream of feeding Nigeria, hinging on our developmental area of comparative advantage, which is arable farmland, and of course the largest in the country, in a committed, selfless, and workaholic governor like former Governor Bago, we shall, inshallah, deliver on our promise. Not only to feed Nigeria, but to feed Africa. Our very distinguished guests, you are most welcome, and we'd like to thank you so much for being here. And the program continues to make it as short as possible. I would like to thank you very much. Stuart.
Mr. President, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me now invite the Secretary to the Niger State Government, Alhaji Abubakar Usman, to now formally welcome you to today's event. SSG, thank you.
I look like a farmer. Your Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President, Commander-in-Chief, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Your Excellency Farmer Mohammed Umaru Bago, Governor, Niger State, Your Excellencies, visiting governors of Benue State, Lagos State, Ogun State, Kwara State, and Kogi State, His Excellency Comrade Yakubu Garba, Deputy Governor, Niger State, National Chairman of APC here represented, Honorable Ministers of Federal Republic of Nigeria here present, Your Excellencies, former governors and deputy governors, Your Excellency, please permit me to stand on the already established protocol. It is with great pleasure and honor that I welcome you all to this momentous occasion marking the flag of the mechanization of agriculture and commissioning of the Bola Ahmed Tinubu International Airport, Minna. Today we gather to witness milestone in advancement of our state as we embark on transformative journey towards sustainable agricultural practices and enhanced connectivity through the commissioning of this vital infrastructure. The mechanization of agriculture heralds a new era of innovation and efficiency in our farming practices, promising increased productivity and improved livelihoods for our agricultural communities in line with His Excellency's agenda of new hope and food security. Furthermore, the commissioning of the airport signifies monumental leap forward in our state's connectivity and accessibility. This infrastructure will not only enhance our transportation and trade capabilities, but also elevate our standing in global arena, fostering economic development and opportunities for our people. As we celebrate this momentous achievement, let us remember the collective efforts and visions that have propelled us to this significant juncture. I extend my profound gratitude to all the individuals, organizations, and government entities who have contributed to making this day a reality. Your dedication and unwavering support have been instrumental in supporting our in shaping and promising our future that lies ahead for Niger State. I urge us all to embrace this occasion with optimism and sense of collective pride. Let us continue to work together towards the sustainable and prosperous future we envision for Niger State. Once again, I warmly welcome you all to this ceremony, and I am confident that today's event will mark the beginning of an extraordinary chapter in the history of Niger State. Thank you, Your Excellencies.
Thank you very much, Secretary to the State Government. Thank you, Alhaji Abubakar Usman. Look in every inch of farmer. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at an event of this nature, it would be in place to listen to a few words from some of our special guests who are perhaps visiting this glorious land and may, on their way out, take a thing or two about the new Niger State and the example that has been set today. We do have a number of messages, and may I start by inviting the chairman of the Nigeria Governors Forum and Governor of Kwara State, His Excellency Abdurrahman Abdurrazak, to give us a few words in appreciation of today's event. Your Excellency.
Your Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, Your Excellency, Governor Umar Bago, Governor of Niger State, I'd like to start on existing protocols. I congratulate my brother, His Excellency, Governor Umar Bago, on the flag of the Agricultural Mechanization Revolution for food security. I believe this effort aptly complements similar initiatives by the federal government and states to promote food security and agro-business. I thank you, Your Excellency, for this all-important step. With each state thinking out of the box and committing resources to build their comparative advantages through different economic initiatives, our country will live up to its billing not as just the giant of Africa, but a major economic powerhouse. I would like to also thank Mr. President for making this trip to Niger State. It will go a long way to encouraging other states to show commitment to your program and the program of the federal government and our party as well. Along this line, there have been cooperation and discussions among subnationals, and peer review is going on. Niger State, Benue State, Nasarawa State, Kogi State, including Kwara State, have signed memorandums of understanding with Lagos State government on the issue of food security and logistics. This is an ongoing program. Well, once again, I congratulate Your Excellency and your team for this initiative. I urge the people of Niger State to join hands with you and your government to build a future of abundance and prosperity through all these important investments. We can all see the investment going on here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, they say it's the center of excellence, and in very many respects, that has been proven so many times. But you see, more importantly, in today's Nigeria, that center of excellence has produced the first citizen of this country. So it is my pleasure to call on the governor, well, we might refer to him as the president's governor as well. Let me now invite His Excellency Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Governor of Lagos State.
Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, Your Excellency, my brother, the former Governor Bago, Governor Bago of Niger State, my colleague governors, former governors, let me adopt well-established protocol. Your Excellency, I want to first congratulate you for making it out to come under the very hot sun of Niger State. You've made our time here today to come and see what your sub-nationals are doing. And so I want to thank you very much for making our time to be here today, sir. But the real congratulation is to my brother, our former governor. You cannot but like Bago in so many ways, and he has proven it. He's in a hurry to do so many things, and you can see that indeed those movements are turning into action. And so I want to congratulate you for taking this audacious step and for bringing all of us here to see what agric mechanization it's all about. Mr. President, this tie clearly with your agricultural initiative under your Renewed Hope agenda, which is we need to grow what we eat and we need to eat what we grow. Bago and other governors are beginning to set the lead. But today is about Niger. Your Excellency, it's no coincidence that all the 4 governors that are here, including my humble self, and Bago making 5, have thought through how do we enhance and we can fast track, food security in our country. Bago and I, specifically, and others too are working, have signed, an agreement that Bago being the biggest state in the country, me being the smallest state in the country, and has the largest population, we are tied together in the hip, because whatever he produces, we must feed the people in Lagos, and the middle belt happens to be the food hub of our country. So it's no coincidence that our chairman is here from Kwara, our Reverend Father Benue is here, and also our new governor of Kogi State, Odudu, is also here. We believe that we are on a conversation at ensuring that your vision at producing, the required food security for this country is on track. And for us is to continue to do a peer review to ensure that we can adequately, feed our citizens, produce more than enough for them. Lagos, we are building the largest food storage in the country. And I was telling all my colleagues that we can take it all. And so from Lagos and all the Southwest, we can begin to make the food security adequacy, a reality of your government. And so I want to congratulate you, Mr. President. I want to congratulate my brother, the governor of Niger. And I want to say that indeed, what Niger has begun today is a strong testament of the power of do. And all my other governors, we are committed to ensuring that we support the federal government and we give what is needed for our citizens, which is quality food on time, on budget, and adequate ones that will feed this country. Thank you very much and wish you the best.
Thank you so much, Governor Sanwo-Olu of Lagos. You will now see that they are not just standing alone in the club of performing governors. The former governor, Honorable Umar, has also joined the club, or the League in just 10 months in office and his first tenure. So there are lots to be done. Permit me to humbly invite Reverend Father Hyacinth Alia, the working governor of Benue State.
Your Excellency, a very dear President, I appreciate your presence here so very much and the encouragement you are giving to all of us. My very dear colleagues, other excellencies are present, royal fathers, very dear guests, my brother, the former governor, thank you for throwing this challenge back to the face of Benue. We have been competing all this while. I let him know that Benue is the #1 producer of yams in the world. And he tells me it's Niger. I'm not caving in at this point, but thank you for setting this pace. It is a testament that it is not just about subsistent farming, but farming as a full-time business which can take care not only of Niger or the North Central, but of the entire nation and even West Africa. This is a good incentive with the President's presence to all of us, particularly Benue State. I can never let you, my former governor and dear friend, to take this glory for Niger to become the food basket of the nation. No. Benue still remains the food basket of the nation, and we are going to do the same you have done here and even more. More congratulations for this feat.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, that competition has taken a long time, and Niger State has surrendered because we told Benue State that Benue State is undoubtedly the food basket of the nation. We don't know how to produce baskets. So they produce the baskets and we produce the food. So they continue to be food baskets, and then we are the food feeding the nation. Mr. Governor, we'd like to thank you so much, but on a more serious note, we have to have that synergy between Benue and Niger.
Thank you very much, and Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at this point in time, let me also invite, for the purpose of giving a brief goodwill message, the Right Honorable Yakubu Dogara, former Speaker of the House of Representatives. Your Excellency.
Your Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Your Excellency, the former governor of Niger State, Your Excellencies, governors that are here, and former governors, distinguished members of the National Assembly, honorable ministers, let me hide under the established protocol. And to say that I would just simply, for one of time, have commended the former governor for these groundbreaking efforts that we're witnessing, and Mr. President for finding time to be here. But as a farmer that I am, that will amount to a travesty. I will just say two things and just quickly take my seat. Mr. President, it will interest you to know that as we speak, there are about 225 million cows living and grazing in Brazil. They generate a cumulative revenue for their national economy in the tune of about $130 billion, which is perhaps more than 3 times what Nigeria gets from crude. So that signifies the importance of today's event. And how did they get there? Mr. President, I will tell you that it requires more than the zestful, boastful youth energy trapped in the body of our brother, the former governor of Niger State. It takes leadership. And if that leadership will be provided, I'm sure Niger State will lead in that effort for us, even if we cannot match countries like Brazil, but we'll get there. Two things quickly, sir. Agriculture all over the world survives on subsidy. 54 leading nations in the world provide subsidies to the tune of $700 billion for agriculture. That amounts to like $2 billion per day. And in Nigeria, if we think that we will succeed in farming without providing adequate subsidy, we will be joking. Mr. President, we must learn from our efforts on Operation Feed the Nation, Green Revolution. Why did they fail? And if we fail to hit the lessons, it means we have decided to fail. So I think that His Excellency, the former governor, by doing everything possible to make sure that Mr. President is here, is an acknowledgement of the fact that he cannot do it alone. He will need the support of the federal government to cradle these efforts to fruition. Mr. President, lastly, I've heard so many great things about you, but I've never heard, I don't know whether I've missed that, them say that you are a great farmer. Today, as one of the farmers in this country, I'm happy to announce that we will be inducting you into the Hall of Farmers here in Niger. And as we say in the farming community, Mr. President, the footsteps of the farmer are the true fertilizer. You have come to plant, but as a farmer, you must endure it. You will come again in Niger during fertigation. That will not be enough. The joy of the farmer is to see the harvest. You will have to make time and come again during the harvest. And when we see your fruits, then we can celebrate you as a farmer. I want to thank Mr. President for finding time to be here. In fact, you have shown, demonstrated by this action, that it is time for real action, not mere words. And then the assurances you have given that we must grow what we eat and eat what we grow. You have, by this singular act of visiting Niger to commission this groundbreaking effort, put that statement on steroid. And I pray that God will give us the resources, open more doors for this nation, so that we can witness more and more of this kind of projects. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this event underscores one of the major planks of this administration, which has to do with food security. Unexpectedly, both Ministers of Agriculture and Food Security are in attendance here. I'm speaking about the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, as well as the Minister of State, who is a homeboy. But to draw the cap on the goodwill messages, let me now invite the Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Senator Abubakar Kyari, CON, to give a brief message. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Jagaban of Borgu, Niger State, GCFR, Your Excellency, the former Governor of Niger State, Muhammadu Umar Bago, Your Excellency, the Chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum, Your Excellency Abdurrahman Abdulrazak, Your Excellencies here present, the Governor of Lagos State, Benue State, and Kogi State, members of the National Assembly here present, my colleagues, the ministers, our royal fathers, members of the Niger State House of Assembly and Executive Council, Your Excellency, permit me to stand on the existing protocol from this point forward. Your Excellency, Mr. President, it gives me great pleasure to be with you this morning on this epoch-making and commemorating the official flag off the renewed hope agenda on food security and agricultural mechanization in Niger State. I am particularly grateful to His Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for his resolve and commitment to birthing a new era in the agricultural development in Nigeria. Just a couple of days ago, on Friday to be precise, Mr. President commissioned the largest tomato factory in sub-Saharan Africa in Ngaski, Kebbi State, and also laid the foundation stone of the expansion to have that tomato factory produce 1,200 metric tons of tomato per day. Your Excellency, intentionally, leadership is provided to change the narrative. This is further buffered by the strong advocacy for engagements and collaboration between and amongst all levels of government, which evidently we all witnessing today, seeing that His Excellency, the former governor, the executive governor of Niger State, has not only keyed in, just like many of his colleagues governors, but subscribing to Mr. President's exemplifying champion spirit for sustainable agricultural development. It is for this reason that we at the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security have, in consonance with Mr. President's directives to all MDAs and cabinet members, to collaborate with each other and more consistently canvass partnership and alliances with state governments. I am exceedingly filled with joy because this occasion further underscores Mr. President's deepest desire to leave behind an enduring legacy of a Nigeria where no citizen goes to bed on an empty stomach. For me, the institution of this project signals the restoration of hope to our teeming farming populations, that indeed their welfare remains a key objective of the Tinubu-led administration. Over the course of this administration, with the leadership ethos of our dear farmer President, the federal government has midwifed several reform-centered projects in partnership with various governments across the globe, as well as engagements with multinational partners, to ensure that indeed food is secured in Nigeria and is attained, which is, of course, we know can only if we translate our agricultural potentials into realities. One pivotal component of this national drive is mechanization, which will not only remove drudgeries from farming, enable larger cultivation of farmlands, but to a great extent make agriculture attractive, especially to our teeming youths, and help the nation to achieve the filling gap of the aging farming population. Notably, considering the massive mechanization gap, Nigeria falling short of international standards on the farmland tractor ratios, the federal government, through the unflinching commitment of Mr. President, have signed an agreement with the Brazilian government and the German Deutsche Bank Group as financiers for the facility of the 995 million euros for the Green Imperative Program, which will provide mechanization hubs across the 774 local governments in Nigeria well implemented. Also, a memorandum of understanding between the federal government and the John Deere Group has been signed in November 2023 to deliver 10,000 units of tractors and implements in tranches of 2,000 units per year for the next 5 years. The Greener Hope initiative is another veritable platform the federal government is deploying to ultimately change the deficit narrative in the Nigerian agricultural mechanization space. These projects, when implemented and with the cooperation and commitment of such national governments like we see here today, continue to invest in the sector, then the renewed hope for food security enunciated by irrepressible President in the first instance will restore macroeconomic stability in the short term and further undertake operational reforms, infrastructural investments, and community-driven programs to diversify the economy and set it on a path of sustained inclusive growth over the medium to long term. I would like to remark that this flag-off represents the onset of a very busy and demanding period for every one of us to ensure successful implementation set out objectives while working hard and investing more for continuous upscaling. We all need to realize that the hopes, aspirations, and indeed destinies of 220 million Nigerians rest squarely on our shoulders. In conclusion, I once again extend our profuse appreciation to His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for his doggedness to grow the sector and to engender togetherness in the process as an attestation to the strong alliance and synergy we are motivated to build between the federal and the state governments in our shared efforts to ensure food security and agricultural growth in Nigeria. To the Executive Governor, the former Governor of Niger State, His Excellency Mohammed Umaru Bago, I say thank you for your efforts in the agricultural development. I am confident that through our continued collaboration and their dedication, we will overcome current challenges we face and achieve our collective goals for a more prosperous agricultural sector in Nigeria. May God bless President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and thank you all.
Well, I'd like to thank the Minister for that abridged, edited version of his speech. Because of time, I'd like to thank you, Honourable Minister. Your Excellency, it's worthy of note that we have all the emirs of Niger State here today to be part of this. We'd like to appreciate them, and to speak on their behalf is the Chairman, the HNUP and the Chairman, National Mosque Maintenance Committee, the Chairman, Coordinating Committee of National Council of Traditional Rulers, the Chancellor, Ambrose Ali University, Ekpoma, the Chancellor of Bafemi Awolowo University, His Royal Highness Alhaji Dr. Yahya Bakar, CFR, Brigadier General retired. Could you please put your hands together for him?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Jagaban Borgu, Dodondawa, Zaki. All our Excellencies here present, distinguished senators, honorable members, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. I want to first and foremost thank Your Excellency, Mr. President, for giving us this very, very prestigious visit to Niger State, working visit. Today is a very important day to us. You are here with us this afternoon. Today we start our Ramadan fast, month of Ramadan, 1445 years after the Hijrah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And today is also a Monday, very, very tight day, a working president. But nevertheless, you find time to come here. We appreciate it. We thank you. On behalf of all the 8 emirates in Niger State, we have Bida, Kwantagora, Borugu, Suleja, Agay, Lapai, Mina, and Kagara. So all of us are here on behalf of our people to thank you immensely, Mr. President. We thank you and we appreciate you. Thank you all the invited guests, Your Excellencies, Governor for all other states that are here. We appreciate you and thank you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to guide you, give you the strength and wherewithal to pilot the affairs of our people. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you very much, Your Royal Highness. Tinubu. Thank you so much. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this indeed is Niger State. And so how could the nation's #1 citizen, the President, come to Niger State and not have a taste of its rich culture? Your Excellencies, I give you for a very brief performance, Guape International, for just 2 minutes to formally welcome His Excellency. Thank you. Guape International, 2 minutes. You have no more than that. Thank you. 2 minutes, quickly.
Yes, that means my words is the same. Yes, President Tinubu is going to launch the state of machinery to promote that field agriculture in Nigeria. Is the bedrock of every nation. Yes. And no society. And provide from adequate food security. Yes. And men like yes. Farming is our pride. Yes. Farming is our hobby. Yes. Farming is our occupation. Yes. Farming is our way of life. Yes. Oh, Manila. Oh.
president continue to work. As I said, the problem continues to remain
Right.
You still want me to go? Yes! Your Excellency, let me explain. The only half problem is this problem.
All right, Guapi International. Thank you so very much, Guapi.
In Niger State, we have a big one. We want to have the new Niger. And in that new Niger, we have agriculture, we have security, we have education, we have health. And we have started realizing that dream.
Thank you.
And with our governor, we will see the light at the end of the tunnel. Excellency,
Thank you.
the President of Nigeria, we are happy in Niger State. See that we are part of the renewable agenda plan. Make sure that the war free and the war must be. We must protect our society from the hands of the enemy. You are welcome to Niger State.
Thank you very much, Guapi International. Guapi International, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for Guapi International in honor of the President who's visiting today. Thank you. Shaka.
Your Excellencies, Your Excellencies, our very distinguished guest, ladies and gentlemen, that was a very, very beautiful one by Guapi International. Can we please put hands together for them once again? Let me now invite the latest member of the Performing Governors Club of Nigeria, the governor of the foremost green economy state in Nigeria, the only governor to have won the Governor of the Year in less than 10 months as a governor and in his first tenure, the winner of the Leadership Governor of the Year 2023, the governor of the state with the first and only agro-processing zone in Nigeria, the governor of the pilot state for the renewed hope agenda and food security in Nigeria. Let's welcome the only farmer governor in Nigeria, Honorable Mohammed Umar Bago. Can we hear a big round of applause for him?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Your Excellency, the President and my only father, His Excellency, our Chairman of the Governors Forum, the Executive Governor of Kwara State, Your Excellency, my older brother, the Executive Governor of Lagos State, Your Excellency, my friend, yes, father, the man with the basket that is empty, the Governor of Benue State, the Executive Governor of Kogi State, our last born in the family of governors, distinguished senators and members of House of Representatives, the former Speaker of the House of Representatives, honorable ministers here present, the National Vice Chairman of our great party, the Speaker of the Niger State House of Assembly, former ministers, my Lord Chief Judge of Niger State, Your Excellency, former governors and deputy governors, members of the Niger State Executive Council, members of the Niger State House of Assembly, special advisors, local government chairmen, Your Royal Highnesses, ably led by the chairman of the Niger State Traditional Rulers, Your Highness Dr. Abubakar CFR, members of the State Security Council, State Chairman of our great party, our development partners, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, members of my family, members of the press, Assalamu alaikum. Your Excellency, my father, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, on behalf of the people and government of Niger State, I have the honor and privilege to welcome you, the #1 citizens of Nigeria, to Niger State, the home of green economy, for the official commissioning of the just remodeled domestic terminal of the just renamed Bola Ahmed Tinubu International Airport. And the flag of the Niger State Agricultural Mechanization Revolution for Food Security Emergency. Let me quickly extend a warm welcome to all other esteemed dignitaries, my colleagues, governors, former governors, ministers, and other government, community leaders, stakeholders who have joined us for this momentous occasion to receive Mr. President. Mr. President, your presence here today underscores the importance of this occasion to our great state in particular and in Nigeria as a whole. As we gather to celebrate a good example demonstrated in our modest contribution to infrastructure and our agricultural development as encapsulated in our new Niger agenda. For us, agriculture is key to our commitment to addressing the challenges in critical sectors of our economy, and we shall seize every opportunity for the attainment of the growth and engender prosperity for the people of our beloved state and by extension, our dear country, Nigeria. On road infrastructure, to address these challenges and establish efficient road infrastructure and cost-effective and secure movement of goods and services, the state government embarked on an ambitious initiative to rehabilitate and expand some federal roads that have implications for the evacuation of agricultural produce. For example, the 90-kilometer road between Kwantagora and Rijau, which is a federal road the state has taken over to complete. Another 90 kilometers between Agwara and Borgu, where you are a Jagaban, we have also gone ahead to start the reconstruction. The 50 Minabeji Kakaki road, we have taken over for the dualization of that road. This is part of our contribution to Mr. President's developmental strides, thereby enhancing socio-economic activities in Niger State and the nation at large. Mr. President, upon assuming office, we made the infrastructure of the state in core matters: rural and urban roads, housing and water, electricity, transportation, etc. Mr. President, as we are all aware, Niger State is the largest state with over 76,300 square kilometers, accounting for about 10% of the total land size of Nigeria, and hosts the longest distance of federal roads, which is about 8% of the entire national federal road network, despite the strategic roles the state plays in the nation's economy as a crucial transit corridor connecting north and south of Nigeria. The current state of dilapidation of this infrastructure is terrible. Aviation sector. Mr. President, in the aviation sector, the Bola Ahmed Tinubu Airport was once in a state of comatose with failed runway, dilapidated terminal building, absence of fire and safety equipment, runway lighting, etc. The domestic terminal, which was abandoned for over 13 years, had been under construction since then. As a government, we couldn't fold our arms and follow the ugly picture of it creates in the minds of visitors who subsists. Hence, in recognition of the importance of this critical infrastructure, the state government took responsibility for its completion. Today, I am proud to announce that the Mina International Airport is completed renamed as Bola Ahmed Tinubu International Airport, which you just graciously commissioned. Mr. President, sir, furthermore, the state government has concluded plans to commence the construction of the long-abandoned Hajj terminal just behind here, within the Mina International Airport. The crucial project is set to be completed in the next 3 months, before the commencement of 2024 Hajj operations. Mr. President, we want to thank the FAN for their quality guidance and the Ministry of Aviation at every stage of our intervention and rehabilitation of this airport that is now of global standard. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all these efforts are driven by our vision to position the new BAT International Airport Mina as a viable alternative to the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport Abuja. On agriculture, let me use this opportunity to thank Mr. President for approving this airport as a special agro-processing free zone, the first of its kind in Nigeria. Thank you, Baba. In this free zone, we are sitting on 3,000 hectares of arable land. On this right flank is 1,000 hectares that is supposed to warehouse the largest greenhouses in the world. On this other side is going to be a livestock and a cargo terminal, where we are going to have abattoirs for processing of meat. Niger State is the host to the largest congregation of cattle in Africa. As such, we want to use this opportunity of this free zone to make sure we make it a fruition. In tandem with the federal government infrastructure initiative, the state government has prioritized agricultural development as a catalyst for economic growth and poverty alleviation in the state. Mr. President, sir, we have no reason to be poor. To this end, we have made significant investments in agricultural machinery and technology as way to go, and as part of our efforts to advance your aspiration towards food security in countries from our crystal. Remember, Mr. President, when we went for COP28, you led a delegation of Nigeria in that regard, and some of those investments have started to come to fruition. Thank you for your leadership, sir. To further buttress the lead role Niger State is playing in agriculture and contributing to the overall food security of Nigeria, we shall explore over 3 million of the 8.3 million hectares of arable land, large water bodies, with a multitude of tributaries, 23 grazing reserves, and 94 forest reserves. Therefore, Niger State stands as a beacon of hope and promise in the realm of agriculture and our springboard to harvest our potentials in the green economy and associated gains. Food production. Mr. President, under your visionary leadership, Nigeria has embarked on a pragmatic agenda to secure our nation's food supply and uplift the lives of the people through agricultural development initiatives. It is heartwarming to assure Mr. President that Niger State is with you on this laudable mission, sir, and we will occupy the driver's seat and lead by example on this notable project. Hence, we make our state available to everyone, every turn, and shall serve as your pilot scheme in realizing the food security agenda of our administration. Machinery and technology. In our unwavering commitment to this cause, Niger State government, under my watch, has made significant investment in procuring machinery and technology for cultivation and land preparation. To this end, I am pleased to announce that we have procured a substantial number of agricultural equipment and inputs for enhanced agricultural activities in the state. This includes 1,000 John Deere, of which 300 have been delivered, tractors, 500 case tractors, out of which 100 units have been delivered, 500 units of combined harvesters, which we have already received 50, 10,000 John Deere hand tillers for smallholder farmers, 10,000 solar irrigation pumps, of which 1,000 have been delivered, 1,000 pivot system irrigation ordered, 60 already delivered here, 200 metric tons of NPK and urea fertilizers with 20,000 tons delivered already. Mr. President, we have received 100,000 liters of herbicide chemical with 10,000 liters delivered already. 100 liters of pesticides and other agrochemicals ordered with 10,000 liters delivered already. Mr. President, at the end of this dry season, Niger State will have positioned itself very well for the rainy season, and going forward, we will feed Nigeria. Furthermore, through the Niger Food System and Logistics Limited, a state-owned enterprise, we have embarked on an ambitious land preparation and cultivation program across 25 local governments. We need to thank our traditional institutions for giving us support and making sure that these lands have been made available for cultivation by ourselves and our people. I am proud to announce that our mechanization mission is in course, and we are ambitious to prepare for cultivation of about 1 million hectares of land, laying the foundation for increased agricultural productivity and food security. It is therefore with great pride that I share with you our bold vision for the future of agriculture in Niger State. We are well positioned to produce 50 million metric tons of assorted food crops annually, utilizing 3 million hectares by 2030. On the overall, Niger State intends to be the largest subnational food exporter in Nigeria. To achieve this objective, we are determined to attract investment in private sector, equity, and loan totaling 500 billion naira annually over the next 7 years. One of the key initiatives in this endeavor is the construction of a canal to harness water from Shororo Dam, which will irrigate 90,000 hectares, comprising of 236 kilometers of irrigation canals and other associated engineering infrastructure, and significantly expand our agricultural production capacity. In addition, we plan to establish industrial farm and processing estate across all 25 local government areas through partnership models with partners from various countries, development finance institutions, the federal government, and other states with less agricultural potential endowment. Mr. President, I am thrilled to announce a groundbreaking partnership the Niger State government and Lagos State government have just signed. We recently signed a memorandum of understanding between Niger State and Lagos State as off-takers. Niger State being the largest state in terms of landmass, and understanding the consumption of Lagos State, which attracts over 1 trillion in investment. So in this collaboration, we're expecting over 1 trillion naira from both private sector and all the other subnationals in investment. This collaboration symbolizes a significant step towards economic empowerment that you laid the solid foundation for. Thank you, Baba, and God bless you. This is your legacy that will continue to endure, inshallah. Supporting national food security effort. Just now, you have ordered the Minister of Agriculture to partner with the Niger Food so that we can be able to produce food for the strategic grain reserve in Nigeria. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Seeking support of Mr. President on critical investment projects. As we continue to advance our infrastructure and agricultural agenda, we seek the support of Mr. President on critical investment projects. These include the development of our Barrow port. Mr. President, when we went to Saudi Arabia, we got an MOU with the biggest dairy farm in the world, Al-Maraya. Al-Maraya has given Niger State a contract of $1 billion to plant alfalfa. That is the grass that is used to feed their lot. Now, alfalfa is heavy. As such, we would need the Barrow port to be functional. It would be very easy for us to cultivate the 13,000 hectares of land already provided by the Emirate Council in the Barrow area as a farmland for alfalfa cultivation. So thank you, Mr. President. We're also very ambitious to take over the Kainji National Park. The Kainji National Park is a national asset, but we are desirous to be concession to Niger State so that we can start and continue with the forest sequestration we are doing in our green economic initiative, and also to provide more security in that ungoverned space. Mr. President, the development of the dry port, inland port terminals at Bida, Magwa, Babana, and Suleja is very critical to us, and we are looking for collaboration with the federal government in this regard. Mr. President, your kind support and partnership in these endeavors will undoubtedly accelerate the national quest for development and engender our desire for accelerated growth and prosperity for all. On our part, we have embarked on an ambitious transformational project that will benefit the people and create 1 million direct and indirect jobs opportunities, increase economic activities, and drastically reduce travel time and cost. We have 44-kilometer dual carriage, 88-kilometer dual carriage Minabida Road, which is going to be financed by Islamic Development Bank. We are going to do the groundbreaking in April, inshallah. It's $200 million. Mr. President, we started the 44 dual carriage Bida Ring Road project. Mina Urban Renewal project is ongoing with 6 flyovers, and I'm happy to announce to you that the 2.5-kilometer bridge, flyover bridge in Mina is already named after Bola Ahmed Tinubu flyover. Again, we have another grand square, the first of its kind in this sub-Saharan Africa is Bola Ahmed Tinubu Grand Square. So I can reassure you that your next state's visit, you will stay here for more than 1 week, my daddy, and live with us for 1 week, because it will be commission, 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 and commission. Let me thank each and every one of you for being part of this history-making event, while we appreciate our father for taking out time, despite his busy schedule, to be here. This is leadership. This is mentorship. You have laid a foundation for agriculture, and by the grace of God, we are going to make agriculture work. And when Gwape was talking, they spoke about insecurity. Baba, we are going to farm all the ungoverned spaces. There won't be insecurity in Niger again. I can reassure you, there will not be insecurity. And this must be deliberate. And that is why some of the assets of the government that are redundant, we are ambitious to take over so that we can continue to give you peace instead of disturbing you with story. Thank you, Lagos State, for coming. Thank you, my senior brother, my neighbor. In fact, the Kainji Lake is between me and Kwara, but I think I have a substantial part of that park, and I think we'll take up the conversation. My brother Aliyah and Ododo, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, God bless you and God bless you.
Very much, Your Excellency, the former governor of Niger State, Muhammad Umaru Bago. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, now this is the moment we've been waiting for, the address we are all eager to listen to. Please join me as we now respectfully invite His Excellency
shine gaba.
Bola Ahmad Tinubu.
Jagaba shine gaba.
Jagaban.
Jagaba shine gaba.
Ashwaju.
Jagaba shine gaba.
Tinubu.
Jagaba shine gaba.
Alhaji Ahmad Tinubu.
Jagaba shine gaba.
APC.
Jagaba shine gaba.
Allah shine gaba.
Jagaba shine gaba.
Kaya mu da murna dare.
Jagaba shine gaba.
Jam'ira garba ta dare.
Jagaba shine gaba.
Sai Tinubu a kauye gari.
Jagaba shine gaba.
Jagaba.
Jagaba shine gaba.
Masu lema ba za gari.
Jagaba shine gaba.
Masu kwando za su yi bari.
Jagaba shine gaba.
Na can haka shegen gari.
Jagaba shine gaba.
Kullum kula.
Jagaba shine gaba.
Sai nan gaba.
Thank you very much, Your Excellencies. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the President is in our midst, and of course we do know that he will be performing an all-important assignment here today, and that is the launch of the tractors and flag off of the Bida Airport City Special Agro-Processing Zone. I'd just like to acquaint you with the procedure of this launch and the flag off. His Excellency, Mr. President, will proceed to launch the tractors and, of course, the agro-processing zone. When he goes to do that, he will be accompanied only by the following: the governors here present, the host governor, the deputy governor, the members of the National Assembly who are here, and the ministers. They will accompany Mr. President to launch the tractors. All others will kindly remain in their seats, because immediately after the President launches the tractors, he will return to deliver his address. So the rest are encouraged to remain in their seats. Let the protocol and the ushers bring the tray with the scissors right to the front in readiness for the lunch by Mr. President.
The tray and the scissors, please.
Thank you very much. Now, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the former governor will now lead Mr. President to lunch.
Emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here.
trendybeats.com.
Zabu, zabu, reigning by
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Awusu Bilaimir General. To the benefit of Niger State people, to the success of our former governor, to the prosperity of our farmers and the people of Niger and Nigeria as a whole, I thereby commission the project.
Working, right?
masu kwando za su yi bari gaba shi ne gaba na can haka shegen gari gaba shi ne gaba kullum kula gaba shi ne gaba sai nan gaba gaba shi ne gaba
Thank you very much, Mr. President. And now, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I give to you His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Please, have your seat. Please, be seated. The former governor of Niger State. The first word is congratulations. I can equally pray to God to bless you, and the country will not disappoint you. The prosperity of our nation is here showcasing our capacity to do things the way it ought to be done. That is the leadership that we expect of all subnational government. Thank you for showing the way. All other executive governors here present, starting from the chairman of the Governors Forum, my governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the man who harnessed the population of everybody, and Governor Ali of Benue, he said the basket with the food is getting dwindling. I don't know what to say to that, but fill it up. We are with you. Governor Odudu, thank you very much for being very assertive and ready to contribute. To members of the National Assembly here present, former governor, all of my friends here, distinguished senators, the Honorable Minister for Agriculture, the man in charge of the food security of the nation, and who has been working tirelessly to make sure that this dream is realizable. The determination is achievable. Thank you. And with your partnership with the Honorable Minister of State, I say thank both of you for very good collaboration. I know your Minister of State is at home. Well done. The other ministers here present, member of Niger State Executive Council and legislators, the judicial arms of government, the senior government officials of Niger and federal government. Don't let me offend the party. Our party faithfuls are present. All the royal fathers, particularly the chairman of the council. I say thank you very much. It's always been there for us. Tinubu, I've known him for years. He's been a great counselor, a great advisor, and a friend. Thank you for what you are doing. Emma of Bogu, Emma of Kotangora, and all the other Emmas here present. Me Bogu, where? I still bear my allegiance. Thank you very much. All religious leaders, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a very important day. I heard Dogara, former speaker, talking about what we must do to join the club of farmers. And how do we feed our people and use the economic opportunity to mitigate and correct the problem of violence, attacks, cattle rustling, and all of that? We are going to organize. Give me 2-3 weeks. It will be part of the inauguration of the livestock change in Nigeria. We've seen the level of commitment here from the state level. We've seen leadership. And the success story of any leader will depend on the ability to do what they ought to do at the time it also be done. It is that time now for Nigeria to change the challenge and make it an economic opportunity. We must care for people. We must rearrange our farming population, including livestock program. I don't see why Nigeria cannot feed all the pupils in our school with 1 pint of milk in a day. If our dairy system is well harnessed, I'm glad Abraman Abrasak, the governor of Kwara State, is here. He's equally a farmer and investor. And I am talking to Father Elia to please let us reorganize. I know what it means as an economic sabotage for roaming cows to eat up the crops and vegetation of our land. I know it could be painful. But when we rearrange the herders and make provision for cattle rearing, you are the governors who must provide the land. Provide us the land. I, as the president, I am committed to giving you in 2-3 weeks' time a comprehensive program that will solve this problem. We are aiming to commission the agricultural machinery to enhance the irrigation, to put confirmation and truth to agro-processing economic zone that is being approved, and to equally partner with you to banish hunger. That's all. You are doing the job. You are walking the talks. And it is necessary for me to support you. It is mandatory as Nigerians. When you read paper, some of us sound confused whether to abuse the present or the past or make excuses for the future. Not in my dictionary. Take action now. Do your best. Re-engineer the finances of the country and stay out on the right path. Those who may be complaining now, we have to understand only the persevered and consistency can make a nation buoyant. The student loan program will commence. There will be unemployment benefit for our graduates. The Social Security program for the elderly and vulnerable will commence. We are fine-tuning all of that area. We're going to relieve people of hunger. And if all of you, I'm glad I'm facing Abdurrahman, I've been paying the wages award pending the determination of new salary wages. Let all the subnationals start paying that. Let them. The wage award plus whatever they are taking now, and the wage award will relieve the public. Please, I'm not giving another. I'm appealing to you subnationals. Lagos, are you doing it? You are beating your chest? And get everybody to do it. It's a relief to the people. They get used to it. Then the mechanism is the fact that it will not be inflationary. If we announce a new wages in a few weeks or months, they've gotten used to the basic 30,000 plus the wage award. So it has dampening effect on the market. Please, get some nationals together. And next should adopt this. We have done the integrated tomato commission on Friday, March 8th, the largest in sub-Saharan Africa. And today's groundbreaking. Your visionary approach and transformation of agricultural plan to distribute 100,000 metric tons of grain by June, clearance of over 1 million hectares of land for cultivation, acquisition of essential machinery to aid farm productivity. We are with you. Be sure you continue the aggressive, strong determination to be number one, to feed the nation. Get yourselves together. You can form a food belt. I could see one half of the belt here and the other half of the belt there, up to Kogi. And whatever you want federal government to do, regardless of irrigation, we will. I commend your effort on the infrastructure development of Niger State. I can guarantee you of the federal support. We flagged up the hope. You delivered the hope. You reassure Nigerians. Thank you very much.
The national anthem. Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that brings to a conclusion this event.